think unlocks existed, but
oh,
they're going
we're live,
anyway.
we're live. So the competition is now closed. Maybe Sunny Black would be really nice if you're a bit late, but you probably won't because he's an evil admin. We're going to this second map in this ETF2L Week 3 official. We're going to see the Swedes on blue this time and TLR on red, just to keep us confused. We're going to have Dotto coming through Valley. Soldiers getting aggressive straight away. They're going to actually trade shithouses here. But the Swedes have got the high ground a lot quicker, and this could cost them. Gubbin still isn't on the high ground. He's there now. Sweden haven't capitalised. And it's now a standoff on each other's train. Knutsen's going to go down first, but the scouts are going to follow him in. As my game lags, War, what happened?
Well, they've actually got crits. I knew that. I just decided to not tell anyone that they had crits and just leave it as a surprise. So there's a surprise. They have crits. And TLR win.
Yeah, it was a really odd mid. Like, everyone, they just traded trains, and then, because I think they both wanted to play an aggressive middle going straight into the enemy, they didn't really know what to do, because there was no enemies to go aggressive on, they were all on the other side.
And Knutsen's now arrived and killed people.
Yeah,
so,
spawn wave's better for the Swedes, with Knutsen's early death means he can pick off a really weak Kyler, and they're going to prevent that cap from ever being caught.
Yeah, I think
capped.
the initial position from Dotto was absolutely brilliant. They literally had everybody in position, but for some reason it didn't go over. So I think the mid was actually quite lucky for TLR. They could have gotten absolutely stomped.
Yeah, and we're now going to see them go ahead pretty quickly onto that. Yeah, Sticky's on the point right now, so I'm just trying to get on it. But yeah, that TLR are taking mid back, and there's no one there to contest. Rake's going to get that one. Oh no, there is. Soldier makes it in time, but Rake's going to finish him. He even had backup from Cowho if he needed it. And now the players are all behind them. And this is really messy.
Yeah, I think, let me see if there's anybody in front at the moment. There's nobody on last. Rib's just spawned, so he'll be able to stick it up last. But that backup went on for way too long. They should have just sent Rib to... Actually, I think Rib died pretty early anyway. But they should have just literally just sent everybody back because it was halfway.
They should have known about the cap time.
It was halfway capped and nobody reacted apart from Knutsen. And a soldier against a scout in middle, it's always going to go terribly.
Especially when the scout has the privilege of being defensive as well.
Like, I think at the moment though, Dotto were looking to push out from drop down, but Knutsen got picked off. So it's like at the moment Dotto have Uber, and I think we just can see a new trade on last.
Yeah, just want to quickly apologise for the lack of cap points right now. I'm sure if there is a fix, John will figure it out as we see TLR pushing onto this last point here. They do lose 2 players early. I think they're just trying to get the force out here. Don't want to commit since Marin doesn't have Uber. Marin just about gets it in time as Zebasai pops up through lower with the Uber. Zebasai wants to chase though. We know how aggressive Zebasai loves to be, and he's just chasing them all the way out of main. 2Nuts is going to leave him now as the Ubers fade, but Zebasai feels confident he can take it. Goblin's landed a few pipes, but both players are weak. And now a scout's going to start the cap, but he's a little bit isolated right now.
It was actually not so bad from TLR actually. They wasted a lot of time. I think Dotto are now pushing out from trash to try and cap Spire. I'm just seeing if there's anybody going for the back cap or if they're going to be thinking about it, but they've got Knutsen on last, so Rakes decided to, from a successful stint on Metalworks, remains on Sniper.
I think he did almost get 2 entire headshots.
On both snipers that were stationary. Can be hard, hit Reg.
Maybe we're going to make sure your interpt's right before you take no shots and no standing still players.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like Zebasai and his team want to be really aggressive here. They're holding in that forward lobby, denying him any ground. They've lost Bevan. Zebasai was literally about to pop out front door, and now they've just Ubered through main. They're going to Uber a scout through main. Scout's running to last. He's surely not going to get it though. He's actually saved by the Uber. Good Uber by Merlin there. Kylo will go down precisely 0.5 seconds after that Uber was taken off him though. And now TLR are committing to this. Soldiers jumping for the point, but the scout denied him. Good work by Bevan there. Merlin's in needling away, but he's surely going to go down now. No, they've given up the chase.
Luckily he's got a sniper to defend him, which is just what he'd like to see.
Yep.
Oh, come
good
on.
call, War. Good call, War.
Yeah, that was... Obviously I preempted that, because that is just what Merlin wanted to see.
Yeah, I think we forgot to do team comms really much last map, so I'm going to bring in TLR right now for the last push.
Right.
And see what happens.
Don't make it a fair fight. So we just...
Don't go point, we only have 1 Scott.
War is a really good demo map.
Gubbins want to push with the scout because of the
I wish he was playing.
You and the
Top
scout.
left. Just focus that pyro. Just hit him.
We almost have it.
Sniper
Let's just
top
push
left.
from main. Come from main. Soldier
Okay.
jump top left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And scout probably rush main, maybe.
Do we have it now?
Yeah, I'm going.
No, we don't have it yet. Yeah, go.
Pipe up the pipe.
Come, rush point.
Pyro's gonna block me.
Rush point.
Okay.
Nice.
Got him.
Top lobby. We're
Him
gonna
out.
here.
Scout on.
Nice.
Yolo.
That was my first whack.
Come on.
Yeah, absolute. Yeah, Merlin called it. Kyler got on point, and it worked. Good flash by Merlin to keep him alive, so he went above the point and didn't die. He's gonna land back on it and finish the cap.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty decent push from TLR.
Considering they lost Cowho on the entry as well to the
Yeah.
sniper. Good play. As we go into another middle here, looks like Dotter are going to take a more normal approach, but they get the early frag on Gubbins, and TLR are just going to lead. Gubbins again just seems vulnerable. The Swedes just seem to be able to take his life whenever they want.
Yeah, his position wasn't even that bad apart from he was doing the WARHURYEAH, which was sit at the back of the train and don't do anything but blame Sunny Black if he died. It just didn't work out for Gubbins.
Yeah, I'm sure TLR are also blaming Sunny Black right now. As we see the Swedes dominate Spire. Cowho put up a little bit of resistance, but not a whole lot. Rising will pick up even. It's actually a scout fighting now as well. That's a really strange decision by Rate. I presume he was caught behind trying to go for some kind of medic frag, but he's just going to leave his team 2 down on last. Mistake from Rake right now. And I imagine Zebasar's going to want to take this Uber straight on him, but there it is. Gubbins down. Where was Gubbins? What? I missed that completely.
So did I thought Gubbins would be at last like a normal player.
Yeah, but apparently not. They're going to Uber in right now. No stickies on the point. Walters is on it. The heavy's going to drop down, but there's so many stickies around that heavy. That's going to be really difficult. Actually, Cowho. Great play by Cowho to take down Rib to save a point. Kylie's going to stay on heavy, stay alive, and clean up a point. Really good recovery by TLR there.
Yeah, I think if there was a player that shot all the stickers off on the point as well, whoever did that, that was actually very, 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 very good. Most people would just ignore it, but the fact that he just thought, yep, stickies, I need to save my heavy, was quite round saving.
TLR are going to push out in the back of that. Zebasai is going to stand on Spire, but he's not got the support, and he's going to be a free pick. And they're probably going to, without Zebasai there, it's only one
Beacon's
player.
behind them by ways on left side Spire, just trying to, he's either going to go for the back cap or he's probably going to try and kill Merlin.
Yeah, TLR are hesitating. They don't want to go off on a Zebasai push. I mean, without the main core, without Zebasai, I feel a lot more confident pushing against this Dotter side than
Yeah.
on any other pick, really. Maybe short of Medic.
I think Beaven's going to get 50-bomb frag starting from now. He's just sitting there.
He's winding him up. He's winding him up. He's rubbing his hands on his leg. Everyone's ready for him. They're going to Uber through at the same time. They're going to force for pop. Beaven's going to be forced off the point, actually killed by Kyler. Good work by Kyler there, but Zebasai's going to jump up. Denied by Rake, and they lose Rib, and Zebasai's going to be on point, but he's completely isolated right now. Both soldiers behind. Rising's doing his best to defend his medic. He's got a lot of support. Meanwhile, Zebasai's still on the cap point. Zebasai's taken all of the cap while his team's dying. Rake will eventually use every bit of heal he can to take down Zebasai, and TLR will clean that up. Dotter even just completely committing to that.
It's a good timed back cap anyway from Beaven at first, but I think he should have done more to survive because he literally didn't really last that long anyway.
He seems happy to take the one-on-one with Kyler.
But I think Gubbins again keeps on getting dropped with these Uber exchanges, which seems very, very sloppy, and Merlin just gets taken out in-house, and wow.
Wow, yeah.
They got something thrusted into them then.
Yep. We'll let you on stream figure out what that is, as they're going to take over middle. It's just Cowho alive. I don't know exactly where he is, but I imagine he's just going to stay alive rather than go for a solo play. He's actually in-house. Is he behind them?
Yeah, he's in their house.
He's behind them. He's going to take the health pack. He's spotted by a scout boat, and there is a soldier spawning, I think, so he might just get caught out. Oh, wow. Nice rockets from Cowho. Takes Beaven with him. Did well to get the trade there, and that scout pick's going to really hinder their capping time on Spire. Good work from Cowho. Again.
Yeah, at the moment, I think Dosterel going around resup hasn't been spotted until very, very late, but they managed to get the force off anyway.
Oh, Merlin survives. Zebasai will only get the sniper frag. Merlin will sneak out of there. And now Zebasai is quite far forward right now, but Rib's going to pick up a frag. Zebasai's going to get Gubbin. It looks a little bit dangerous for TLR right there, but they stabilise. Break trades for the demo, which will help, but they've got 9 seconds until their next wave of spawners after Kyler back, and Zebasai's just going to go straight in. He's meeting a heavy. Soldier coming in top left. Zebasai should keep going. Nutson's in. He's the Nutson gets the nice frags. We've completely sandwiched for players on the point here. Rising will get one frag, but it's not enough to stop the cap. And Dota take a round back to tie it up 1-1.
Yeah, they really leaked so many. I mean, they managed to force Dota on Stonebridge, but they really leaked so many players, which is a bit ridiculous in that situation. They've got the Uber. They're not going to contest like Spyro at all. They should just back out to last and then push out with Uber. But well, they gambled and they gambled wrong.
Yeah, Dota getting really aggressive on the point, and Rake's going to get caught out because they're kind of stuck in Valley right now. TLR just going to leave. TLR, I mean, they are losing a player early a lot. Actually, they've just bled 2 other players. That's somewhat poor. Dota are going to get CP2 for free here. But back to middles. TLR just seem to lose a player early and just give it up, which isn't necessarily a bad decision. But if they're always losing a player early, you might as well not even go to middle.
And it's always Gubbins.
Except for that time when it was Rake just now. As we see, Dota and Zebasai taking it into last. They've got a whole lot of frags. Gubbin and Cowho. Rib's going to get overfragged. Zebasai's going to take some as well. And yeah, Dota have just taken it up a gear, and TLR don't seem ready for it at all.
Something that is going to possibly sway this game is the fact that their server reservation is going to end in 10 minutes. There's 18 minutes and 50 seconds left on the clock. Let's see what happens.
The old... I don't even know what I was going to say.
Really ripping up the rule book here.
Sunny Black's desperately flicking through the pages trying to find the rule for this. As we see TLR taking it up shithouse this time. Gubbins does get caught out, but they take Rib with Zebasai and Beaven pulling out the frags though, and it looks like they're just going all or nothing here. Rising's going to get 2 to try and salvage it, going to try and shot down 2 Nuts, but 2 Nuts is still comfortably on half health.
Yeah, I think TLR's initial positioning seems a bit... it's a bit weird because, I mean, on Metalworks they had somewhat amazing positioning. They literally had a really good position, and then they'd mess it up. But on Badlands Middle, they just don't seem to have anything.
I think the Walters and Beaman get straight onto point, and Zebasai is very quick to join them, and Rib often takes quite an advanced position on point as well, so I don't know if they're just getting beaten to point.
They get to middle, and they just don't know what to do. It's just like, they do their rollouts, everything's fine, it's like, at the middle, like, right.
Yeah, we do see an entry frag there for Gubbins on the defense, that's going to help. Only 50% on Merlin and Zebras for either in. Scouts on the point early. They all drop down as we go into a pause.
Probably because I reckon, I'm not going to spoil it, but I reckon a round happened, guys. I mean, I know
is always
Merlin
happening, War.
doesn't have Uber, and the fact that they have significantly better heals on blue, I think a round might have been captured.
Yeah, I mean, they've also, like, on a lot of fights, not just on last, but it's all about the high ground, and right now, this is like a perfect sort of freeze frame of too many people dropping down to the point at the same time to try and block the point. What's that? They've committed 4 people out of their 5 remaining gamers onto the floor.
If one of the players on Dota had the Machina right now, they could easily get a 4-man with 1 shot when Merlin drops down in about a second.
Yeah. So let's see if after the pause, Rib turns into a sniper by some form of magic with the Machina, even though it's not allowed, and headshots all of them.
Whilst we're doing this downtime, let's take a look at some of the cosmetics on the team. Merlin at the moment is supporting a very nice get up. He's got the blighted beak. I like his little suit that he's got as well. Quite nice. Let me see what 2 Nuts has got. 2 Nuts has gone for the parrot pipe, and is those the
John, I hope you're keeping up with this.
Damn it.
Okay, I've just got a PM from Rake before we finish the cosmetics lowdown, which no one can see. It's like a fashion show for the blind right now is what we're performing.
The War, you're an idiot.
For War Radio fashion show. Yeah, Rake's just PM'd me. They're having some issues with the server. They're sorting it out. Well, that's what the pause is because of. Yeah.
I do have to say, Rake hasn't really prepared his pyro fashionably well. He has got the sunglasses on with a hat, but the sunglasses go through the hat, which isn't really a clipping issue from the item creators, but is more of a fashion disaster.
Are you done? Have you got more, or?
Rib looks alright. I don't know what he's got on his face though, because he's flashing blue. Gubbins is a bit uncreative. We should at least think unusual.
I've got, I guess, a call for aid from Zebasai. Basically, they need someone to extend the server, because they can't extend the server, and right now Ari's on snooze. He's asking if anyone else has admin to force the extension. Donator.
Yeah. I'm a donator because I'm not a cheap bastard, and because I use the servers often, I thought, you know, I'll pay for it. If only like one of these teams had like a sponsor, like, you know, maybe
some kind of gaming sponsor,
yeah,
some kind of esports sponsor,
that would, let's say, pick up a team and then support that team with maybe funds so they can get things like, say, Mumble channels, a server, maybe? Maybe they could put some money forward to donating to serveme.tf so they could have donators on there.
I don't know, all these sounds like very crazy ideas, War. So
Yeah,
we're just I'm just gonna draw a line under those crazy ideas and we'll go back to the game.
It's still paused.
No, it's still paused. Yeah, so I think right now we're in a bit of a pickle, as I don't know, I guess if they can't extend the server, the most sensible thing to do would be to finish this round, because they still have some time, then stop it there, record for time, and just go play on another server, like rent another server.
You should probably tell that to Zebu, because at the moment I think they paused it and are now trying to think of an alternative to fix the server, whilst their current server time is actually running out. Because obviously it's not going to count the pause. So all they're doing is just wasting their own time. Maybe if we had like an ARI signal, they could just sort of
some
like
kind of symbol in the air. Maybe if we get more donations to like serve me and stuff, we could, you know, start that. I told Zebasai just end the round and then get another server.
This is when like the round goes on for like 7 minutes.
This is where we see a miraculous hold from TLR, and the round gets really awkwardly extended.
It's because they didn't equip the Machina, that's why. When they had the chance, should have seen this happening.
Yes. You should always equip the Machina at all times, just in case this frag movie opportunity comes up like this.
That's why I only use pipes.
That's okay. We're gonna go straight into the Unpause. That's the back live, and TLR get 3 frags out of nowhere. I mean, we joked about it. Looks like they might actually be able to hold this right now. There's still a scout dancing around last. Now, as Walters is on half health, he's just gonna sacrifice himself. And what? What just happened?
I think what obviously happened, I think TLR actually unsurprisingly unpaused, and Dotter had no idea.
Actually, we're going to see a soldier right now. Rising, good pocket work, defends Merlin. Merlin still has View. That cap is so close. And Cowhoe's going to choose to sit above the rim. Oh, it's not so close, sorry. It was just the wrong colour. There we go. It's actually quite far off. Cowhoe's above the ring, and they're going to want to push this. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think TLR... Did they pop out? I must have missed out watching him on last.
I wish I sort of had some sort of like, you know, some decent insight as to what happened during that fail push, but... all I know is they unpaused and everybody died.
Judging from the live stat, Gubbins did a hell of damage, and he just did a hell load of damage again with the sticky trap, and that's surely going to cause the push. As TLR wants to move balcony, Rising's walking to the main balcony. He's going to see the enemies. Doesn't know where the stickies are. Going to jump and force that soldier on point. Big air shot from Zebasai, I believe that was. That's going to slow them down. They want to keep going. They've got a scout on the point, and we're going to weave through main to last. Zebasai's going for it. Zebasai's 200 health. He's going to take down Cowhoe. Thanks to Walters was there as well, actually helped him force for trade. And Zebasai's going to steal that round for his team and take it to a 3-1 lead.
It also looks like the match.
Okay, yeah. 60 minutes, score 3-1 to Dotter, who I didn't call Sweden that time for perhaps the first time in this cast.
Yeah.
So I'm improving, so that's good for me. That's some personal growth right there. And we're going to be swapping to another server. Oh my god, the logs!
Let's quickly go on to this, because it's not like I have my recent matches as my homepage.
That's really embarrassing for you, War.
I'm just confident in my abilities. Bevan only managed 14 frags.
Okay, so they were able to rebook the server. No, they've managed to rebook because the reservation ended. They were able to rebook the server or something. I don't really know.
Yeah, you can. I don't really understand what's the point of having like not being able to extend it when we have to do is rebook it.
Yeah.
However, it is incredibly hilarious how they didn't possibly think that maybe the match might have. I don't know.
This is what happens when you're late.
Cap.
This is what happens when you're late.
We know who we can only blame is 425.
Let's not turn this into a personal hate crime war.
Done.
Yeah. Do you have the logs up?
I do.
Tell me numbers. Give me your number.
There's 1352 4 15 4 8 3 4 2.
More importantly, what is Kyler's damage? Since this is what 14 minutes in.
Are we going to split it between the two?
No, we're going to add them together. Obviously, because I said it's a total damage, but this is like a
so
it's like
Kyler's
a prequel.
damage is 1,888.
So if he doubles that,
he'll get to the same level as Dr. Leon did yesterday.
he actually will have done 7 more damage a minute than Dr. Leon did yesterday, I believe.
I'm sorry, Dr. Leon.
Not now we're pointing fingers, but we're just moving our fingers around, and sometimes we end up in directions.
I don't want to make Dr. Leon sad. He says good morning to me sometimes.
Wait, the
and it makes me
STV's
feel
now
happy.
They are on the same. Hold on, I'm just typing to Zebasai right now. I've told him it's not reconnecting, so we should not miss any action. If it's on the same server, will it just connect fine again?
My screen's gone black. My monitor is definitely plugged in. And they're now playing CTF b-balling. So this is going to be an interesting third map choice from Dota, especially as third maps are not available. So we'll have a quick word with Sunny Black and see if this CTF balling tactic does work or not. I don't think TLR have practiced for this though.
Sunny Black's fingers are going to be very tired from the amount of time he's had to flick through the rulebook.
I reckon he's got like a really big dusty book that he has like on a little like pedestal in like a loft, and it's really dusty, and he sort of has to like get into his loft, lights a candle, and sort of goes to the rulebook. It's like written on parchment. He has to sort of like flick through it with his delicate hands, and he wears a really long robe as well.
Okay, I think they go live pretty soon. Zebasai says they're live now, hopefully our STV.
Mine was on CTF balling still.
Mine's just changed to Badlands. No, so that was a tie on CTF balling.
It was obviously a
so that's 1 point each.
Well, no, I think TLR actually won it. Like, what was the score? I think they won it 2-0. So the game's tied. So they're going to a third map now. Wow, these guys. This is why TF2 is never going to be an esport, and we're so close. I mean, DreamHack was going to happen this year.
We're pixels away from an esport.
And Catman LAN. And Amsterdam. It was all going to be this year.
What? Sorry, I thought you said Hamsterland for a second. I was like, what are you on about?
No, Amsterdam.
I thought you were just making stuff up. Beacon. Yep, yeah. It's outstanding success.
Catman LAN was the best one, you know, that esports stage in Ukraine. That was pretty sick.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the competition we are running, and it seems like if say Kyler does exactly what he does in the first 40 minutes, give or take, I don't think anyone's predicted Kyler's going to do that little damage.
How many people have entered?
Multiple. Wait, let me do some math. 45 comments. 1, 2. So 42 people have entered.
Wait, where's the page? What's the page?
News page, ETF2L, news page for the cast. Yeah, the winner will be announced, of course, when we do the post-game interviews.
I need to see if my alt account's on.
War was trying to think of his best possible ways to cheat and win himself a mouse map. He currently had no good ideas that didn't involve time travel.
And 12 other people with PCs counting the damage.
Yeah, like literally, like for example, his idea was you'd be watching Kyler, then you'd see Kyler fired a shot, you'd look at who he fired a shot at and what their health went down to on the HUD, and then you jot that number down.
You calculate all at the end, and then you realise you should have done it at the start.
And then you realise the competition entry ended 30 minutes ago, and you've just wasted 12 people's time and a lot of resources. That was the plan.
I could do it myself, but I got an E in maths.
Sonny's giving me some. The lowest was 4,502, someone predicted. The highest was 9,803. So someone thinks in the next 16 minutes, Kyler might manage 8k damage.
I think he might actually just go demo man and one crit.
Maybe it's actually like his friend who's entered that amount of damage, who knows he's going to go demo man. And it's just...
This is it. It's mouse map fixing.
We're live. The pauses are over. The server has been extended. We're going into the third middle. The score is currently 3-1 to Dota. There are 60 minutes remaining in this Badlands. Almost half a game, just over half a game. We're going to see Rib getting straight onto that early middle. It is an early counter jump from Cowho. Cow have some nice rockets. Cow's been having a good game so far. Takes Walters down, but Dota still have all the point, and they're stuck in Valley. Cowho's going to go down. But TLR are getting the frags. Kyler taking 2, padding those damage stats for his stream. For his team, for the viewers. The people have entered, and now both scouts are getting up on the rock. Zebasai's pretty good and pretty confident, but I don't reckon he fancies his chances against both TLR scouts.
Gummins actually didn't die very quickly. He still died, but he went balcony that time, and he should have really stayed balcony, because I think he would have survived, because when he went valley, he sort of didn't do as much damage, went shithouse and then died. But he still did a good amount of damage from balcony that actually, well, he managed to help out with taking out Rib. So he was actually learning from his previous errors.
It's only taken a map and a half.
Yeah.
It's a reasonable turnaround.
Yeah.
As we can see a stalemate on Badlands. I can't imagine we'll see a stalemate for long. It's quite an open choke point. I'm sure someone will want to bomb through or peek in house. Looks like it's actually a resupply push. There we go. The Ubers are exchanged on Stone Bridge. I'm flashing from both people. But TLR don't seem confident in their position. I'm going to run away. And Zebasai seems pretty confident to chase. Merlin's super weak. Will somehow surf it out. Soldier's actually stuck behind. Tunis is going for Uber Swords and Arrows. Tunis will take down Rising. Meanwhile, Rib's able to catch up and take down Merlin. And they did lose a lot of players in that, though, so I think TLR might want to keep the aggression going forward. Rib might get caught out at choke here. Soldier on him. Beaven cleans up one. Beaven should be able to clean up both of them here. Heal's going to keep Rib alive. Rake's going to be pistoled down eventually, and good cleanup there from Beaven and Rib.
Yeah, Gubbins was on mid with full health during those two scouts trying to pressure and kill the medic. I don't know why. He could have at least assisted.
Yeah, at least it's thrown some spam in there. Like they were quite far back in choke. He didn't have to commit fully. But yeah, again, positioning errors. As we're going to see Zebasai taking this straight through Haunter. He's just about seeing the stickies. Oh, he didn't see him in time. Tunos had to pop to save himself. It's not going to be a drop, but it's going to be a force for free. Gubbins is going to die on balcony as well. The soldiers both bomb him. And TLR want to try and fight this. I'm not sure if I agree with that without the demo man. They do get one pick. They're just going to bleed Kyler, though. We're going to bleed lots of players. Merlin actually goes down. TLR just didn't need to do that. And there's now a soldier on last. Zebasai's on last. No one's there. Yeah. Oh, players spawn in time to stop him. But yeah, really messy from TLR. Like, they hold on to last, but there was no need for it, as we see Rib still trying to fight a sniper on balcony. Rake's going to try and snipe it. Can't connect with Two Nuts or Rib, and he's going to have to back up to last. What do you make of all of that?
Well, I was literally just watching Rake that entire time, and when things aren't obviously going into your favour, you've sort of got to sit there and think, okay, so I've literally just shot about 50 times and I've hit about maybe 4 players. I'm not really getting a good turnaround. If he had gone scout, I mean, he's done better work on scout than he has sniper, but he's still making the decision to go sniper. Like that last time, he got a scout, yeah, brilliant, well done, but he then used 25 other shots to not hit the medical demo.
Yeah, they're actually going to Uber in. I think there was a forward hold. They've Ubered in through bottom right and are going to chase him back to last. Scout's just going to steal it from there. TLR just caught their pants down. Like they saw them going and they reacted, but they just weren't there in time to stop the scout. We had no stickies on point or anything to slow it down, really. And it's easy cap, like, really real gift of a round as we go into this 6th middle. 6th middle.
Numbers middle.
Definitely a number middle. Gunman's going to drop down into Valley pretty early on. Scout's caught out high up here. Kyler's on 16 HP, going to go behind. It looks like they're going to try and push underneath right now, TLR. Or kind of. One soldier's jumped up by himself. He's isolated. Here comes a follow-up bomb. Meanwhile, there's a scout behind on Merlin. Merlin's going to pull out his needles. Scout goes down to rescue him. Fighting all over the place. Rising will get 2 nuts. Try to escape plan down Rib, but it won't work. And they pick up the middle, but good trade really for TLR overall.
Beaver's already going to last, probably to try and get a pick. I don't know if he's...
Oh yeah, he's on balcony. I think he's just trying to hold forward to give Rib the cap time.
Might just go for a suicide pick.
Oh, he's on the lamp. He's on the lamp top left.
Not the lamp.
One of the oldest hiding spots in TF2. Will it work? I think it's reasonable that we forget all
Tyler
the
has
other
just
action.
not spotted him twice now. Can he make it a 3rd time in a row?
Nutson will go down. Oh! He's 3 strikes and he's out, and Beaven's got a free attack on last. Is he going for it? They're all pushing out. There is a soldier on last, though. He's gone quite late. The cap's already half gone. Beavens just needs to go for this. He just sees the soldier. They look at each other. They give each other a nice wave, and then they leave. Really friendly TF2 right now, as Beaven's going to try and get back to middle. Rake and Kyler not as friendly, though, going to take him out. Meanwhile, there's other fighting, and Rising actually picked up the Zebasai frag, and TLR have turned this push. I think there was a crits popped at some point where I was watching
there was,
the last
because I've just noticed that 2 nuts has gone crits. However, Kyler pretending to be a lamp was far more entertaining. No, sorry, Beaven pretending to be a lamp.
Beaven pretending to be a lamp. And he did a very good job. But yeah, that crits was popped. Clearly didn't do a lot because we didn't even notice it on the kill feed. The TLR are going to keep moving it forward onto mid, but I believe 2 nuts will have a crits advantage as neither medic died in that exchange. And they want to go Valley. Oh, I like this. Put my cam on Rib. If they've got 100%, Rib's going to line one up. Going to shoot it. Going to 0 for 2 right now. 0 for 3. He's just going to sticky up. He's lost his medic. That's about -1 for 3. And now everyone else is pushing out. But somehow Beaven's happened. Beaven's happened. And it's all... Wow. I'm speechless. The scouts just killed everyone.
That was obviously their original plan, for Rib to pop crits, not kill anyone, do anything, drop the medic, and then Beaven just kills 5 people.
That was ridiculous.
Nutson's on his way to
Rib
last.
completely with the... ooh. Merlin takes a little bit of damage, but will manage to survive. Rake will get that frag, get all the credit for that one. And we're going to push out of that single... Only 9 minutes left and they're 4 rounds down. They're really running out of time, and that's going to force them to make some plays they wouldn't normally want to make. That's going to make it really difficult for them. Scout on top of a point already. The Swedes are happy to just spam because there's a scout behind. They're setting it up. Walters is going to take that. Walters and Beaven continue their hot streak. Rising's going to get picked off. TLR will finish for cap, but I think it could be too little too late as they try and go forward. Cowher will force for trade. Cowher with 2 actually, and Rake gets Rib. And Rake's going to now chase for medic. The sniper's trying to defend him, but Beaven's not got the firepower to protect him. 2 nuts is dancing around middle. Beaven will clean him up. Rake can't find the critical shot to finish him. Then Beaven's going to follow it up with the Cowho frag. And it's just turned into the Beaven and Walters show.
I wonder if Beaven is going to hit 50 kills. He's on 7 on this round. She was right. Obviously needs to get probably quite a few more in the next 8 minutes.
Yeah, well, he's going ahead of his team right now. Going to go straight down main. Going to line up that scope. No one for him to shoot at right now. TLR actually dropped down to the floor. I think they wanted to try and push, but they didn't realise the Swedes were so close. Zebasai's going to pop straight in. Going straight onto Gubbins. Easy kill for Zebasai. No resistance there. Pointer's open. Scout's going to get on the point. Walters will take the cap. And that's, if my math is correct... No, that's 5-1.
They got 1 more round.
Which is what I was about to say. So, my math is correct. No more questions to be asked about that as we go into another middle. Yeah, TLR completely running out of time right now. They're going to have to try some really risky plays. Looks like TLR... No, the Swedes are going to take it house. Rib on point early. Gubbins jumping aggressive right now, going into the enemy's shithouse. The soldiers are following up. There's not a whole lot of damage on Dota right now. Dota still have all point control. They even cap it off while TLR are stranded at their choke. I don't really know what TLR's intentions were right there, but they're losing everyone, and Beevan's going to get all the frags once again. Coward's just going to kill himself to deny that Beavan frag. Maybe Beavan will only get 50 frags this time instead of 51, thanks to that. And looks like, yeah, Zebasai wants to take this round home, going down main as a sniper. Well, Zebasai's been sent home. And now Rib's going to take it in. The Scout's backing him up. Rib will take the sniper down. Rib sticking the point. The Scout's from the point. That's a round. Quick 3 rounds in a row. That's a GG. All the points go to Dota. Clean 6 points. Bit of a shambolic performance from TLR. Anything else to add, War?
It wasn't as, like, I wouldn't say good. I was expecting, like, a really close game. Like, at the moment, nobody had seen, like, TLR play an official. There's obviously only PCW that can really go by. But, you know, obviously TLR finishing 4th last season. They're picking up Merlin over Evil Moon, which is like a really big upgrade. And they're picking up, like, you know, a few extra players as well. I mean, picking up Rising is probably like a really good choice because, yeah, he's just such a German, beautiful man.
Hello.